about.
Hey guys, good morning. It's Cecilia, aka ForRealCeil, at 90 Days Hindu and MLS. Wow, it's a beautiful morning. It's nice and sunny. Haven't seen the sun for a minute, so I'm getting some kind of lag here. I can tell right now. It's like the sun and all the stuff is causing my camera to go a little bit wacky. But I just wanted to say good morning, and I wanted to ask you guys about what you're doing to generate cash flow. If you've considered things like club memberships, financial literacy clubs, things of that nature in order to boost your income and to boost your education about financial tools that are, great resources that you could utilize to help you stay afloat, to help you with wealth building, and help you to plan out your future. Because ultimately, everybody's desire is to one day retire from work. And if you're working, to cover the cost of living, just your basics. And this is where the ideal category of passive income comes in, is because people don't want to have to work their whole life, but they're always going to need a cash flow, whether it's a retirement pension and or some kind of business income that comes with minimal effort to you. You really need to be equipped and ready for this in your future. You got to really seriously think about it. Take into consideration all of the bills that you have right now, today. All right. Now, this is typical because people are fooled into a sense of security when they say, "Oh, I'm going to get Social Security." That's not a given. All right. "Oh, I'm going to have my retirement plan from work." That is semi-true. But to what extent and what level? Do not forget that all of our 401ks or our retirement plans are now attached to the stock market. We have to choose what investments we want to partake in, and we have to choose our risk levels. So I'm like moderate aggressive. I have some of my options are very moderate, like large, big growth capital items, and then other things are aggressive things like science and technology. I'm always going to be investing in science and technology that drives our world, period. Medicine, things of that nature, and cryptocurrency. That is huge no matter what. And you have to remember that S&P and Johnson and Johnson and all of these big conglomerates and companies are now into cryptocurrency. They accept it, they utilize it, they are pioneering in it, in blockchain technology and things of that nature. So they are very interested, and don't think for a minute that just because they say, "Oh, don't buy this" or "don't do this," that they are not, because they are. And if you look deep enough into your 401k and you click on your options and you read all of the funders, like, you may pick a sector, you may pick something like, all right, let's say Black Hill or BlackRock. All right. Now, BlackRock stock is composed of several different stocks. They have Facebook, Google, Apple, Samsung, all kinds of different S&P 500 businesses covered in one entity. All right. So when you look at your 401k package, you can't only just look at the name of what you're investing in and say, okay, I'm going to allocate 5% or 2% or 1% or 10% to this one thing. You need to open it, look at the category, read all of the things that they're invested in, and choose wisely based on that. I did that, and, it helps because, again, not only the face value of what something has to offer is everything that it's offering. Let's put it like that. There's a lot of hidden things that you do or don't know, and then you may be investing in something that you really have no interest in or no belief in, and it may do poorly, or you may not be investing in something that you really should be investing in, because now you understand that there are different levels, that there are different levels to investing, and that you can be part of something that you can't purchase outright but still have a vested interest in it, because you have now gotten into another stockpile that is inclusive of that merchandise or that entity. So now I'm talking about passive income. So when you retire, your income may not cover the cost of living. You may no longer be able to pay your rent. You may no longer be able to pay your mortgage, or you may no longer be able to go out to eat once a week, or go to the movies once a month or twice a month, or whatever your habits are. Like if you had a habit of going out to the movies every time something new that you were interested in came out, then you will no longer be able to do that after retirement, because you don't have a constant cash flow. And that is something that you have to consider. And not only on top of that, you need to consider that, but you need to consider all of your cost of living. That includes medicine, deodorant, toiletries, cleaning supplies, pet foods if you have a pet, sometimes pet care, grooming and or medical care for your pet, medical care for yourself, hair and health styles, like if you get your nails done, are you going to continue that lifestyle? Shopping for just the bare basics, clothing, underdrawers and stuff like that. And then on top of that, your food and beverages. Now, hardly anyone can drink regular tap water. I still drink my tap water. Is it safe? I don't know. I just drink it. When I feel like drinking water, I drink tap water from my home source. I don't think it's any worse than it's been. But bottled water is huge. Bottled water is the thing. Everybody's drinking spring water or purified water or some kind of treated water with alkalines and stuff in it, and with good reason, because with all of the lead issues, and lead is not the only thing you have to worry about in the water system. I'm just saying there are other dangers and risks that are associated with drinking tap water. So I don't want to gross anybody out, but then there's also, bacterial, it's a lot of stuff in the water. Let's just say that you can have fecal matter to an extent. You can have all kinds of E. coli, which is from feces, in the water. You can have bacteria that are living organisms in the water. So you do have risks, but again, bottled and so-called purified waters can also have those risks, because they're bottled somewhere, they're manufactured somewhere, the plastic bottles come from somewhere. Then we have the risk of cancer. Oh, you can't leave a plastic bottle of water in a hot car for over a certain amount of time. Do you really think that the bottles of water manufactured in gross quantities are always kept at a certain temperature forever? There is water that's been stored away in warehouses that probably were over 100 degrees at some point or another, or if not, they were not at the optimum degree of temperature that they say, and everything that we have, that we put food in, that we prepare food in, and all those other things, they have toxins and stuff, and nothing is pure no more. So we face a high risk of ingesting things. All right, so now going back to income and covering your cost of living. So you have to consider now, take this into consideration, and also think about your habits, because if you have habits that are costly, like smoking and drinking, you need to add that in too. So now you have a job, you're working, you're basically working paycheck to paycheck just to cover your expenses, your cost of living. What happens when that paycheck is no longer coming? Do you really believe that Social Security is going to cover your income? Let's say, for instance, you make $5,000 a month, all right? You bring home, I don't know, $4 and that's high because if you're making $5,000 a month, you're probably bringing home around 38 or 37, depending on your tax deductions. All right. Now you look at that, and then you say, hey, my mortgage is $1,400. I have other bills, cable, TV, utilities, whatever it is, and your out of pocket every month is, I'd say, $3,800. So right there, you're already short, and you're looking for extra money. So you might have extra money coming in, $300 or $400 supplemental income coming in from somewhere. Maybe child support, or maybe a little side job like selling Avon or something of that nature, and you are supplementing your cash flow with that, and then you're utilizing credit to go through, to circulate money. All right. What happens when there is no income? Will your credit go away? Some of it will, because once you can't report income and you don't have the cash flow to cover your credit will either get reduced or stop, or you'll stop getting offers for credit, especially if you become lackadaisical on paying. Because if you can't pay your bills, then of course you're going to have bad credit, and then you're going to wind up getting credit cards closed on you or canceled, or a reduction of credit availability. All right. If you fall behind on your bills, then that's a problem too, because most of your bills that are big bills, important bills like car notes and mortgages and utilities and stuff, they report to credit bureau. So if you're not paying, you're gonna get flagged. You're gonna have derogatory marks on your report. So once you start working in Social Security case, let's say you get $1,900 a month Social Security. That's not even what you were making per month working, and you were already short. You weren't covering your cost of living. So you got your Social Security coming in $1,900 a month, and then you add in an extra $300 a month to that in retirement. So you got $2,200 a month coming in. What are you going to do to supplement your income? What are you going to do to meet your simple basic cost of living? Mind you that the retirement or pension can run out. You may only have it for a certain amount of time. You may not have enough to last you for 5 years. You may have enough to last you for 3 years or 2 years. How long is that benefit going to last you before it's exhausted? How long before you use all of your money out of your pension plan, or they start reducing your monthly benefit? What are you going to do to supplement your cost of living? How long can you live? If you just take what your annual income is right now, let's say you make $75,000 a year, and your pension that you saved up is $140,000 or $160,000. You think it's a lot. It sounds like a lot, but you really only could live 2 years off of that. So what's going to happen after that? Then your Social Security is not going to cover your cost of living, so you have to go back to work. You need a plan. You need to have a way to make passive income. You can do a number of different things. One good thing is to always have a whole life policy with cash value. That way you have a resource that you could look to borrow money and generate cash flow through your policy. The other thing is establishing some type of investment property, having a rental income, some kind of passive income that's going to come in every month, be it from liens or rental properties. And when I say rental properties, I mean a managed rental property, because if not, then it's not passive, because you have to actually go out to the properties and do stuff, maintenance it or whatever. It's going to require some work. But there are properties where you can have a management company just monitor your property, take care of tenant complaints, repairs, or things of that nature, and all you do is wait for your check to come in. And that's really passive income. That means you don't have to do, it doesn't require any effort from you. That's the meaning of passive. Now you have trading. If you learn how to trade, and you have some money set aside, or you have some Bitcoin, because on the foreign exchange we trade in Bitcoin, which is very good because, again, Bitcoin could be transferred to US dollars or any currency worldwide, because Bitcoin is worldwide. It's a worldwide digital currency. And most countries, except Bitcoin, most countries allow you to purchase things, material things, tangible things that you could buy, eat, wear, live in, drive in with Bitcoin. You can do anything with cryptocurrency that you could do with US dollars, with yen, with the Swiss franc, with the Canadian dollar, with the Jamaican dollar, with any kind of currency. Cryptocurrency is real. You can also trade with it. And trading with cryptocurrency, again, is very, very good because you can trade on the market. You can trade the traditional stocks, indices, and you can trade foreign currency and cryptocurrency. And when you want to book profit and take money, Bitcoin, off of your platform and put it on your BitPay Visa and go shopping or cover your cost of living or pay your mortgage or pay your bills, you can do that with your Bitcoin by using the Bitcoin, the BitPay card. Or you could go to the ATM and take out cash. It's up to you. So learning how to trade effectively is very strong, very, very strong for you, for your future, for investing. Teaches you a lot. Watch Cheddar. Watch the markets. Watch how things that impact us globally and on our day-to-day regular lives, like getting up in the morning. What do? The first thing we usually do is what? Turn on the lights. So energy, that's a very good thing to put stock into. You got to look at what we're consuming or what are we doing. Everybody has to brush their teeth. Well, what are you using? Are you using toothbrushes? Are you using electric toothbrushes? Are you using toothbrushes, and what kind of batteries power those toothbrushes? If they're not electric, if they're battery operated, you got to think. A lot of people don't like regular manual, toothbrushes, and they go for the sonic and things like that, water picks and stuff like that. Well, those are either ion or battery operated, or sometimes plug-in toothbrushes, but you have to charge on a regular basis. So we're looking at technology again. We're looking at batteries. We're looking at the toothpaste that you're using. These are commodities. These are things that you have to use every day. Then we get up. Most people are what? Coffee drinkers or tea drinkers. So we're looking at coffee and tea. We have to think logically. What is being used? What are the likelihoods that these commodities or these things are being used on a regular basis and are not going anywhere? Automobiles, you got tons and tons of vehicles out here. Some are doing excellent, some are doing sad. Tesla's big and their stocks go up and down, and at one point they said they were not going to sell any more shares to Tesla, but they did, of course. And you just gotta know what's out here. Import, export. You will never, ever, ever, ever get rid of trucking. You have to have a way to receive commodities. You have to have a way to stock shelves in stores, to bring supplies to hospitals, to get office supplies and equipment to office buildings, And all of that is done through trucking. So that will never end. Then we have infrastructure. Why? Because we have bridges and tunnels. The trucks can't travel if the streets and the roads and the bridges and the tunnels are collapsed. They can't get from one place to another. So we have to think about all of these things. And then also cargo. Ships that bring shit here from China, because every damn thing comes from China. We got stuff that says made in America. It's a lie. It's made in China. You know, I just checked something out and I was laughing, but it's not funny. My son-in-law, he just made sergeant. Congratulations. You're doing good. Keep up the good work. Now, he had the United States flag on his uniform. The flag is backwards. Why the hell they put a flag backwards on a military uniform? That's like defamation. That's some messed up stuff. I'm looking, you know, the field of blue and the stars are always supposed to be on the left hand upper corner of the flag, and then the stars and stripes are on the right going down. All right. Their field of stars and blue is on the right upper hand side, and I'm like, okay, if you look in the mirror, it's facing the right direction, but who's looking in the mirror? And when a person looks at you, the flag is backwards. I'm like, damn, the flags are made in China. If they're not made in China, it's a mockery of the United States. I don't understand that, and I think that it's something wrong with that. And I'm off subject now, but what I want to say is, know about commerce, know about what's here in the U.S., what we need to live, what we need to survive, and utilize that knowledge to make smart choices in stocks, make smart choices in trading, learn how to trade. You know, we read price acts in the MLS Bitcoin Club again, and I talk about this club often, and I can't stop because I've learned so many great things inside this club. We learn financial literacy tools that will last me for a lifetime and be generational and help generate generational wealth. This is what I want. I'm going to teach my grandchildren to trade. I'm going to teach them about money and how to start their own infinite banking system, and how to start their solo 401k, and how to get their HELOCs and their ALOCs, and know about lines of credit and good credit and working, and how to save effectively and not in the banks, not the traditional way of putting money aside and letting banks use your money. Yes, these are important things. So again, I want people to get the idea and know that you may work for the rest of your life if you do not have passive income, if you do not have financial literacy tools that you're using to get you through, to help you in the long run down the line after you're able to work. You may wind up being one of the seniors that are standing working the cash register in Walmart, helping people get stuff off shelves, or doing other things that you may or may not be able to physically even stand. You know, you got to realize that everybody's health is not going to be excellent when they hit a certain age. Look, I'm 50 and I got some health issues, and I got stuff that be killing me. I always suffer from arthritis, and I got sciatica, and I got other stuff that, look, I have a high tolerance of pain, though. Not everybody does. I've lived with pain off and on all my life. I done broke bones, had dislocated joints, walked around with broken shit for a while and didn't know it was broken until I got an x-ray or something. You know, stuff happens. But we get older and we get tired and we can no longer do the things we used to do when we were younger, and we have to take a break. And that life don't take no break. Bills don't take no break. Necessity doesn't take a break. You need to be aware that if you don't have something in plan, failure to plan is planning to fail. You need to have something lined up. You need to get into investing. You need to know about saving. You need to know about family banking. You need to know about infinite banking. You need to really acquire some precious metals and learn to trade and generate a cash flow that is going to be a passive way for you to survive. And with that being said, I'm gonna go now because I am on my 9 to 5. Well, I'm about to be on my 9 to 5, then some. But I always want to share some insight about things and know that MLS Bitcoin Club is more than Bitcoin. If you're interested in learning about more of what we do, link me, hit me up, message me. You can take a 7-day free tour of our back office, see what this club is really all about. Yes, we're heavy into Bitcoin, but it is a lot more involved, and you can learn how to change your life for the rest of your life with this club. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.